Someone flicks me a back body. Say, oh, it's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to iBoxingHub. If you're new to this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring your Truly Tre. What's good?
Yes, cuz. Big up to you. Big up to the whole of the community that's obviously tuned in to this tremendous 201st show. So we've just passed that 200 mark, cuz. So I think the next destination is now 300, man. So let's go for 300. But before we obviously get out to the shout outs and, you know, just blessing the community, here's a quick word from our sponsors, G-Rock Clothing. Yes, people, you know the routine, you know the spiel. It's iBoxingHub in association with D-Rock. So people, take advantage of the discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and you get 40% off everything. So if you liked what my cousin was wearing during the shadow boxing, look, he's still even shadow boxing from his session, head over to the description and make sure you utilize that discount code. Cuz I know you ain't got your crunk yet. I'm obviously gonna send that to you tomorrow, hopefully, or whenever we're gonna this week. But people, look, this is the official Kronk merch. So guys in the UK or women in the UK, I'm sorry you can't purchase this directly from the UK, but if you're in the States, head over to Kronk's website and look, just take advantage of tremendous merch like this. This is a great gift for myself and my cuz. And here's a quick video from Kronk to present what they're doing as well.
That's it. Thunder strikes.
Yes, as you saw in the video, you know, our good friends Paul Batty and also John Lerpak, they're the co-owners of the new, it's not even new, this is the most famous boxing brand in my opinion, and I think a lot of people would share that opinion. But yes, there's Kronk. Cuz, before we actually get into the show properly, I know it's called Repeat or Revenge. I just have to do a quick, you know, few shout outs, of course, man. Big up to our brothers, IBH North, Crossroads in Boxing. The whole series has been great. They obviously did their review yesterday for what happened in the event, of course, with, you know, Kakashi and Wood. They done a great breakdown. Obviously, big up to our brother Abbas and Sugar Ray as well from the Stay Weighed In family. Andrew as well. They're obviously doing a tremendous job on their end as well. And big up also to El Rico, and he's obviously there with Eric as well, and the classy one, Mr. Neutral, man. So the whole of the family, man, I'm just truly proud of the work collectively. And True Dollar Bill is also going to be back soon, so big up to True Dollar Bill and the rest of the family. If I haven't mentioned you, you know who I'm talking about, man. But cuz, let's get down to business, man. You know the energy, man. What you saying?
Yes. Right, Crawford and Canelo. What's going on, mate? What's going on? I mean, what? No venue, no date. What's happening?
Crawford and Canelo. That's the juicy part. I'm not even gonna lie to you, cuz I'll be real. When it comes down to this fight, you obviously know my views on this, man. But for the fantasy of a two-weight undisputed in Crawford, and also the 2 times undisputed in Canelo, joining the two worlds, you got obviously Ultimate fighting Ultimate, 2 pound for pound fighters fighting each other. I'm sure the venue will get decided, but for me personally, just do it in the States, man. I know Turkey, you know, he's doing a tremendous job, you know, with Riyadh season, with the events there. But I'm saying in terms of the energy, the atmosphere, you know, the mecca of boxing, it's still the States for me, man. And you still get that vibe. And I'm hoping that we see that in Vegas, MGM Grand. You know, we've got these arenas, man, that we need to do these fights in, man. So fingers crossed, cuz. I'm sure it's obviously going to be done by Turkey and Dana, and I'm sure they could see the benefits of doing this kind of event in the States, man. But what are you saying, cuz, man? Where do you think it should be?
No, America, definitely America, 100% America. That fight alone, wow, it will do serious pay-per-view numbers, massive pay-per-view numbers, because this is potentially, I could be wrong, but potentially this could be Crawford's last fight.
Yeah, it depends. Just you know what? And I think I said this in our, you know, WhatsApp group, man. And big up to the whole of the, you know, the network that we got there. Win, lose or draw. If Crawford was to retire tomorrow, he's still a legend, man. Just the fact that he's been able to, you know, achieve a feat that, you know, many have chased, man. 2-weight undisputed champion, and he's also the first in the full belt era to be undisputed at welterweight, man. So that's the golden division, and just the fact that he's got that title, he's achieved that, he can retire tomorrow in peace. So if he was to lose that fight against Canelo, which I do think will happen, I just had to throw it in there, cuz, man, I'm not even gonna lie. I love Crawford, man. Don't get me wrong. I love him.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Either Charlo or Errol Spence at 1-5.
What you're saying, Charlo and Spence, who would win?
No. If Crawford loses to Canelo, he should then fight either Charlo or Errol Spence. 1-5. Are you scared that your way might get beat again?
You know what? Because I knew you was gonna drop that. You know what? If it was me, because me as a human being, I'm competitive, man. Whatever I do, I'm gonna keep coming back. If I've lost, I'll come back, man. But we don't know what Spence is left after that fight, man. Because that first fight, I'm not even gonna lie to you, was just watching it, man, was brutal, man. It was absolutely brutal. It was horrible to watch. And yeah, I wouldn't want to see the rematch, if I'm honest with you. And big up to our brother, Ricky. Thank you so much for getting involved, my brother. Big up to you. Is the stadium where Chavez broke records still operating? Canelo Crawford, Mexico City. Woo! Now, big up to Ricky. Ricky, obviously, repping IBH North, man. So people, if you want to know the person that's behind the great, you know, articles and the great, you know, rundowns of the fights, you got Ricky, who's in the far corner, man. So I had to just give him a special shout out, man. But I'm not too sure if it's still running, my brother. But if it still is, let's have it, man. Let's have it. I'm excited.
Well, what's your thoughts on potential fight with Shakur Stevens and Conor Ben?
You know what, cuz? I was thinking about it. I don't know if Shakur, I don't know if his mouth kind of slipped when he said 154, man, because I was thinking, if you're going to call him out at maybe 147. That's what I was kind of thinking. Why? He's kind of jumping the gun a bit, man. He's not even hit 140 yet, and he's going, yeah, I'll fight him at 154. So I'm not too sure about 154, man, but if the guys could fight at 147, I wouldn't mind it. But I think 154 might favor, you know, the Conor Ben, man, because he's obviously fought at that weight a few times. But skills pays the bills. We don't know how Shakur looks in the heavier weight, but a lot of people are going to question whether he's going to have the power to be able to cause problems even at welterweight. So if you're talking about 154, that will be interesting. I just don't know what will happen in that fight, man. But I'm leaning towards you know, the young lion in Conor in that fight, just because he's had more experience, you know, fighting at that weight. But Shakur Stevenson is a world champion, multiple world champion, so he's got that championship experience, man. But it'd be good to know your thoughts, people in the chat. get involved in the discussion as well. Conor Benn, Shakur Stevenson, would you like to see that fight at 154, or would you like to see that fight at 147, which for me just kind of makes sense for both fighters, man, if they were gonna explore it.
147. Because at the moment, Shakur, he's currently 140 in it, WBC champion.
No, he's still lightweight, cuz he's still 135, man. He's still the WBC champion for 135. That's what I'm saying. So that's 135, and you're thinking about jumping up.
I think he's excited. Yeah, I think he's trying to copy Crawford, because Crawford obviously jumped up to fight Canelo. But I mean, Conor can't go down to 140, can he?
No.
147. I say 147. 147.
You know what? I think after the Eubank fight, if I'm honest with you, it'll be super dangerous for him to go all the way down to 140, man. So 147, yeah, I would say that's reasonable as well. Big up to Ricky, man. Ricky's obviously saying, I think 150 weight. Oh, okay, makes sense. Checks with Ben coming down from middle, but it's a big jump as well. Now, Ricky, that's a good point, my brother. I think it is it's a big jump, but it can be done. I think it's more realistic at like 147 and 150. Let's say a catch weight of 150, maybe they could do it. But we don't know if Shakur carries that kind of power at that weight, man. That's what I'm wondering, cuz, man.
But it's funny you say it, because we said it about Conor Benn, because before he fought Eubank Jr., he competed twice at 154, and the power just wasn't there. But I suppose fighting Eubank, it was emotion.
Yeah, that was an emotional situation, cuz, man. You're talking about, guys having their fathers and the occasion and everything, man. So no, big up to the fighters, and big up to everyone that's involved in that as well. But can you recreate that for this fight, that energy? I don't think so. But I think to make the fight interesting, it should be at 147, man, just to kind of give Shakur kind of a balance, man. Because if he's going all the way up to 154, boy, it would shock me if he was to stop Ben at that weight, man. I will be like, oh, I'll put my hands up, man. But I think
at the moment, they're in talks, the rematch. I believe the rematch. Well, we're waiting for them to finalize. I personally I believe it's going to be a catch where I can't see Eubank going through all that again. It's just nonsense. But if that doesn't happen, then I suppose Ben's got options. He can fight the winner of Barrios and Pacquiao, and then Eubank can go to a different route, and he could perhaps challenge for a world title. Well,
yeah. If it was me, cuz, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. If it was me, I'm Eubank's manager. Let's say I'm just putting myself in that space, and I'm his manager. I've got the hat on and everything. I'm putting him in against Lara, man. World champion Lara next, and then after you beat a fighter like Lara, he can then, fight a Canelo next year. That's what I think, man.
No, but Canelo's undisputed now, 168. Remember, Eubank's now 168. Lara ain't 160.
No, this is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is for him to capture that world title at 160, as in that's the final chapter in that career, and then next year do a Canelo in the stadium. So
do you know what would be ideal? Eubank fights Conor Benn on the same day as Crawford fights Canelo, and then from there, then his next fight will be obviously the winner of Crawford Canelo. Take place next year, April.
It'll be interesting, man. And obviously, big up to Ricky, man. Ricky, thank you so much, brother, for just getting involved in the chat, man. Like we this is what we love. We love when everyone just kind of gets involved. It'll be good to see how Ben operates at that level. Shakur is one of the best inside the pocket defensive fighters today, but Ben is wild, erratic, which can catch Shakur off guard as well. So this is a good point from Ricky, man. Big up to you, my brother. So it will be interesting. Like you said, you know, it will be a tough fight, but Conor Ben has options right now, man. His stock has rose after that fight, and look, he's got Brian Norman Jr. who could fight. He's got Boots Ennis who he could fight as well. Haney he could fight as well. You know, he's got Shakur. I think he really wants that fight with Shakur because of what Shakur said at the Breakfast Club. I believe Shakur kind of said in the Breakfast Club, yeah, I wouldn't mind to kind of fight him at 154, man. So Conor's obviously seen that and commented on the post as well, man. So something might brew there, man. You never know.
Beast from the East.
The Beast.
Anthony Yard. Apparently also they're in talks with Cameron Smith.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense, cuz.
That's a big fight.
Big. That's massive. And it makes sense, cuz. It makes sense for both fighters, man.
Yeah, it's a huge one. I mean, well, where does that leave Buatsi then?
Yeah, you know what it is, cuz, and I can't remember whose show I was watching this on. It was another pod, but it must have been TalkSport actually. And what they were saying is where Buatsi is right now, he's in a bit of a crossroads because those fights with Yard and Callum Smith, he can't really have those fights because that's basically an eliminator for the world title, and he obviously lost that. So you got kind of the next guys coming up, like the Ben Whitakers and all of that. Will Buatsi entertain a fight against a Ben Whitaker? He'll be thinking, I don't want to go down to that kind of level, but then he can't call out the likes of, you know, Smith again, Yard. He wouldn't really entertain that fight, even though that's probably a fight that everyone wants to see. Maybe you're looking at maybe a Lyndon Arthur, but does that commercially do numbers? We don't know. It's down to...
Thing is, Yard and Buatsi, that fight, it's still a big fight. I mean, I don't know where, you know, it will do. It'll do decent numbers, but it's still a big fight. I'm okay. From a commercial point of view, what's a bigger fight? Yard Smith or Yard Buatsi?
It depends what you mean commercial. Obviously,
numbers
online. So if I'm going by purely numbers online and commercial, it's a fight that we kind of been waiting to see, man. So Buatsi Yard commercially is obviously the bigger fight, man. But based on what Ricky's saying, you know, form, you know, he's even saying Smith smokes Yard right now, and Buatsi's too good to take a gatekeeper role as well. So he's kind of in a crossroads. This is why you guys need to be talking about that, man.
I think, if I'm honest, I'm saying it from a fight fan's point of view. Buatsi at the moment, he's only had one professional loss. Yard's had, 3?
Yeah.
So at this point, I think they're 50-50. I think that fight should happen next. If after the Callum Smith, regardless of the outcome of Callum Smith, I think Buatsi and Yard, that fight needs to happen. If not, it's just going to be one of them ones where they retire and they don't fight each other. A bit like, look, Fury AJ or Fury Wilder, do you know what I mean? So it's just a thing. The way I see it, look, let's just have it. And I know there's pride, but if Yard was to fight, let's just say, Benavides, right? He'll probably get more money fighting Buatsi.
It depends, cuz. It depends, man. Because obviously Benavides does some stuff with PBC and Al Heyman, man. So we don't know, that money might be good there on that side as well, man. Let's not sleep on Al Heyman, man.
I'm just you know, it's just frustrating because look, as fans, we want to see these fights happen.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's just so much delays, and it's like when everyone talks about the right time, but when will be the right time? You know, I mean, look, these boxers, they ain't getting any younger, you know. And unfortunately, not all of them in the division will be world champions. But at the same time, we want to see something. Because look, fight Ben Whittaker, if he was to entertain it, I don't know. It's just like, you know, let's just say he fought Ben Whittaker and he lost. What do you know what I mean? Because remember, your stock at the moment, you know, you have to. I don't know, man. I don't know. But as a fan, I honestly think, right? Because Yard said that he's been inactive because of Boatsi. He's been waiting for Boatsi. So I feel like, cool. So after this fight, or if this fight does get materialized, then you and Boatsi, let's have it. Let's have it. December. There you go.
Let's have it, man. Unfinished business, man. We've got a few chapters of unfinished business, man. You got Yard versus Boatsi. You got Joshua Miller, unfinished business, or you got Joshua Wilder, unfinished business. You got Joshua Fury, unfinished business. So there's a few.
Then we got Joshua and Zhang. Zhang said he ain't retired. He wants Joshua. So it's just again, you know, this time we can't even cherry pick. We have to. Do you know what? I think the fans decide who fights who. That's the best way. The fans, let the fans decide. I want to see if Fury's not in. I want to see next Joshua Miller. After Joshua Miller, Joshua Wilder.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Obviously, it seems like Wilder's got his bit of a fire back. You've seen him, you know, renovate his gym and all of that. Look, I was a Bronze Bomber fan. I'm still, you know, a big fan of his, but I'm kind of at this point where I'm tired of seeing all of this stuff, man. I want to stop the talking. I want to see action in the ring, man. I want to see what the fire is saying in the ring, man. So let's see what he's got left in the tank. Obviously, Malik done his job over the weekend with our boy Ezra. So big up to Malik, Ezra. And also big up to Costas as well. Not a lot of people don't really know who Costas is, but Costas is one of the guys involved with Ezra Taylor, man, the Cannon. So big up, man. Yeah, cuz it's an interesting one. But let's get down to the main event, man. Let's get down to the main event.
Yes. I'm gonna have to go for Bosch. I'm going for Bosch. Yeah. I'm going for Fisher because he's a younger guy. I think going into the first fight, it's just like there was respect there because he knows Dave Allen, etc. I think there's a lot of respect there. But after what happened in the first fight, I think this fight here is fighting in Copper Box. You know, the crowd's there for him, and I think he's gonna get the job done early.
Ooh, you're saying early, man. So
I think because what's happening here, Dave, you know, he's playing a good game, like mind games. Like, yeah, you know, I know I can beat him. I could have finished him this time. I'm gonna finish him. I just think, as Dave still got a lot left in the tank. I don't know. I mean, remember when he fought what's his name? Fraser Clark.
Yeah.
That performance was disappointing. It's like he quit. It was disappointing. And I think Fisher. I'm rooting for Johnny Fisher. I think he's got this. I think he's going for the knockout. That's what he does, baby. Knockout, Bosch. Yeah.
You know what? One of the things that, because I kind of understand from a small hall shows experience, you know, working with promoters, helping them, you know, sell tickets and helping fighters sell tickets and stuff like that. One thing I know about Fisher is he's a top ticket seller. He brings the crowd, he brings the people. So we know the Romford Bull is going to bring that energy, man. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, what happens. And big up to the classy one. Big up to, you know, we call him the John Watt of of new boxing media, man. So big up to Mr. Neutral, man. He's saying Allen by KO. He's going for the upset. Jim Watt of iBoxingHub, yeah. Or boxing. bro.
I can't. I think this is the game plan. I think Allen, he ain't gonna trade. He's gonna try and box smart because he knows Fisher is gonna knock him out. But I think Fisher is gonna stop him early to mid. Yeah, early to mid. Yeah, early to mid.
Early to mid. Ooh, this is gonna be. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, you know, for the White Rhino. I don't know what his new nickname is. I think he's something Oscar De La Hoya. De La Hoya of something, man. Guys, Ricky, I'm sure you know it in the comments, man. What is Dave Allen's new nickname, man? It's something De La Hoya, man. Something like that, man. He's changed it. He's changed it from the White Rhino, man. So Ricky's obviously saying, I don't think Fisher's game plan should be to go in there to bomb him out early. He gassed himself out the last time and caught. Then it was dancing on ice all night long, which is true. I'm sure he doesn't want to bomb him straight away. He got really tired the first time round, man, and we saw what.
Allen's probably worked on his fitness now, so I don't know. I just think he's gonna catch Allen. I think he's gonna catch him. It's gonna be a clean shot. He ain't gonna see it coming. That's what I think. It's gonna be a clean shot. It's
Ricky knows, man. This is why I love Ricky, man. Doncaster De La Hoya. De La Hoya. What a name, man. Now, pick up, man. The fact that you're, comparing this levels.
I can't. It's a 10 rounder, right? But I can't see it going to this. I just can't see it because if that's the case, if it goes to distance again, then some people might question Fisher. I'm like, oh, hold on, is Allen the boogeyman here? What's going on? Do you know what I mean? So it's like
he's motivated. Allen, I would say, Allen for the first fight, that was his best chance to beat Fisher. But for this second time coming round, I agree with you, cuz, man. I think, he might have missed his opportunity to beat Fisher, man. He might come.
So I also think if Fisher beats Allen, then the next person he should fight, probably Fraser Clark.
Ooh, you're going for Fraser Clark, yeah?
Fraser, why not? Like, look, all these they're gonna have to meet one day, so just make it happen now. Again, it's a big fight. If anything, O2 Arena.
Let's have it. No, let's have it, man. I'm up
for it. I think Fraser Clark is focusing on Adelaide and TKV. He wants the winner.
Oh, look, Mr. Neutral. Big up to Neutral. Mr. Neutral is throwing a bit of spice, man, in it, man. He's saying Allen said he hits like a gal. Oh, shit.
He's going to get caught on the chin. He's going to get it.
Joke, he did it. Nah, he's trying to throw a bit of spice, man. Big up to Mr. Neutral anyway, man. I'm sure he did it. I'm sure he did it, man. Because that was a scrappers, man. You could just tell from that first fight that, both guys, got some big shots in, man. So, yeah. It was a close call, though. A lot of people did say, Doncaster De La Hoya got the victory, but he didn't get the victory on the night, man. But you've got, the second time coming now, man. Is it going to be repeat or is it going to be revenge, people? Just let us know what you're saying. Allen's obviously saying the rematch is not right for Fisher. So that kind of lets you know that he's going to be coming a lot better, man, because he probably was at his worst at that fight, and he nearly won that fight.
Because he knows this rematch, this young kid, he's coming with smoke. He knows. That's why he's going to say all these things like, he's going to say, yeah, you were cool, but I'm going to beat you. There's all mind games, man, So Fisher, all he has to do is stay focused. I can't see it going to distance. I say mid to late round. Don't rush it, but I think he's gonna walk into something.
Into a heavy shot, man. And we could see it. This is what the heavyweight division is about, man. We're gonna see these big shots get landed, and we shouldn't even feel a type of way. If a man gets stopped within 5 rounds, we can't be calling him this and that. Look, heavyweights, man, they hit hard, man. So they get hit with that big shot. We saw what happened to Fisher. Fisher even showed in that first fight that he's got a chin because he's been blowing people, away in his first few fights, as a pro. He finally, faces someone that, that can give him some problems. And we kind of saw the little acid test to see if he could handle a big shot. And look, he did, man. So let's see what he could do in a rematch. I'm interested. I obviously want to see what happens there. And it's going to be plenty of great energy, cuz, man. And tell him, Trey, Fraser Clark found that out. It is true. It is definitely true, my brother, man. It is definitely true. Cuz, just sticking to the heavyweight division as well. We obviously touched base on it slightly. So Wardley, our boy, he's obviously got the new confirmation of the new opponent. So it is confirmed it is not going to be Miller. So he's going to be fighting Justin Honey. Justin Honey at the moment in the WBA rankings, he's obviously ranked number 9. Miller was number 4. So they still kind of pick someone within that top 10 in the WBA ranking. Obviously, Wardley's up there. He's number 1. So just give me your thoughts on that, man.
Oh, easy victory for Wardley, man. Easy fight. It's gonna be. I don't know Honey, but yeah, I think he's getting put to sleep.
Man just said he's going to put to sleep.
Yeah, I'm not confident.
Not playing games.
He's traveled from Australia to Ipswich. You're going someone's backyard, yeah. Football, yeah, bruv, yeah. Sorry, mate, yeah. You already know Fabio Wardley.
Eddie as a promoter, though. You saw the press conference. Eddie's gonna be back.
Has to promote until Thingy shut him down. Wardley's manager. It goes to Eddie. We're in the winning side. After Saturday, after the 8th or the 7th of June, it's gonna be 6-0.
Oh no, man! I'm done. I'm finished.
I said, wow. It's like ever since Eubank Jr. brushed Eddie Hearn, everyone's doing it now. They don't care no more.
Everyone's doing it because it's crazy.
I worked hard to get to my position. I mean, unlike you, Silver Spoon, And then Frank Warren goes, well, Eddie, we know about you. You love your happy endings, but
Oh, my days. Yeah, I know, man.
Listen, so far, no. He got roasted. He's just, yeah. Nah, no, honestly, I'm going for Fraser Clark. Sorry, Fabio Wardley.
Yeah.
And I think after this, well, we just have to wait and see what Usyk or Daniel Dubois does with the belts. Do you know what I mean? So I think after this fight, one more fight, Fabio, and then just go for it. Go for it. The world's your oyster. So yeah, man.
The craziest thing is, cuz, man, and I'm not gonna lie to you, and I kind of had this thought in my head for a long time. Regardless of what happens in this undisputed fight, I think Usyk's gonna win it. Yeah, I think he's gonna win, regain, become undisputed 3 times. I think that's gonna happen. But when he's gone, the belts are going to be fragmented. Now, Wardley, at the moment, he's number 1 in the WBA ranking. So he could be in a position where he's elevated. And then you've got, Dubois. They could be fighting for maybe a vacant unification bout. I do see Dubois and Wardley fighting, man. I know they're in the same camp in the moment. And I know Frank could do his best to try and, deviate against it, man, but there's no point, man. If you want to kind of take over the division, you might as well just have all the champions in one place, man. Get them fighting.
Of course. I mean, I would love to see Bakoli and Okoli fight each other.
Ooh. But it seems like Okoli has got beef with with White. He wants that white smoke, cuz he wants that white smoke.
It has to make. I suppose the only way that fight will happen. If I'm honest with you, White, he should take that fight because if he beats Okoli, he takes his spot. But then again, I'm seeing it from Okoli's point of view. It's like this is the right time to get White because he's been inactive. He hasn't really been performing well. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of okay. Dylan probably needs about 2 more fights, and then maybe he's ready for Okoli. But I don't know.
It's undercard for this fight because he wants to be more active.
Yeah. So, but then again, I want to see Riapo and Okoli. That's the fight I want to see. Once that fight's done, then if he wants Dylan, then he can go for Dylan. I mean, to be fair, I rate Okoli because he's calling out everyone. You're not shying away from no one. He's calling out everyone. So we just have to wait and see, innit? We just have to wait and see. But him and Dylan White, well, I mean, this is the heavyweight division, Like when that left hook lands, boy.
Oh, look. So Ricky's saying Okoli wants White because of his name, and he must be getting the feeling that he's washed up. So it's easy prey. So it's like a lion seeing that there's a deer over there, and he's hungry. He's like,
never judge a book by its cover because he may see that, but once he gets in the ring, it might be a complete different story. Remember, he's only had 1 heavyweight fight, so I'm saying, look, if he really wants to fight, say, look, just call Riapo, make that fight happen. You beat Riapo, then hey, cool, because he's calling out what's his name? The guy who beat Zhang, I forgot his name.
Vukovic.
No, not Vukovic. No, he beat Zhang. Like that again, like Cabell's a serious contender. Do you know what I mean?
I think we need to give him a new body. We need to give him a new nickname. I think he's the new body snatcher because I just didn't think we're gonna see Zhang.
Like that.
Yeah, I didn't think he's that. Just didn't cross my mind, man. But he is the body snatcher, man. The way he was breaking him down, round from round, and body shots. He's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem, man. And I think at the moment, he is a high-risk, low-reward kind of fight right now. So no one's not going to be calling out Cabello. That's a risky fight.
Yeah. Well, look, like I said, because if he can't get Dylan White now, you got to be active. Don't just wait. Like, if anything, make the Riapo fight happen. Just make it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Here in the UK. Wembley Arena.
Yeah, Wembley Arena, man. That big overhand right is dangerous from White. Yes, sir. Yes, Ricky, man.
I mean, nothing wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
If he still got it in him. That's if he still got it in him.
I think he's still got it, man. I think he's still got it. And I think the reason why he's still got it, man, is because I think he's got a point to prove, man. I think because a lot of people are saying, yeah, he's washed up. Yeah, he's not got no drug cheat and all this stuff, man. I think he's just got a point to prove, man. And I think the next person that he does get an opportunity with, we might see that big overhand right, man. And if he lands it.
I even think, I think if Dylan got in the ring with Okoli, I think he knocks him out with that left hook. I don't know, because Okoli, look, we're a fan. I've taken that boogeyman tie off him because that belly's too big, but he needs to go back to the weight where he fought Anderson.
Jared Anderson, yes, you're right, man. This is what everyone's saying.
He's moving because at the moment he's just slow on his feet, and and he's just tired. He's gassing out. But again, some people it's weird because some people they find it disrespectful. Like you're in a heavyweight division. And you were ranked high at one stage. Yeah. Okay, you came, you fought Parker, you lost, but you fought again before you redeem yourself, and it's like a draw. And now you're saying you want Parker again? Yeah, man.
That's our problem, man. But we need to.
No, I know, but I have to be honest though. It's just
be honest. Yeah.
You have to. It's just. I suppose because Parker's waiting. Well, then. Well, do you know what? Just an idea. Put Parker and Okoli on the Usyk Daniel Dubois undercard, co-main event. There you go. So that's that's enough reason to. But then again, because me being Parker's team, I'm like, nah, I've come this far. Yeah, I'm right there. I don't want to do a Joe Joyce. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'll chill. I'll
That's
chill.
what I'm saying, cuz that is exactly what I'm saying. It's a risky fight.
He was one stop away, and then look at that. Zhang took it from him, and then Parker took it from Zhang. That's mad.
That's boxing for you, cuz, man. That is boxing, man. It's just absolutely crazy, man. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. And Bokoli has to rematch FA first for me. Ooh.
You know what? I don't think FA will fight him, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got anything to prove. Like, well, in a way,
I won.
Basically, yeah. To be fair, FA won. He won. And it's
FA is thinking of one, man.
I don't take that risk where you think, okay, if this guy does trim down, and do you know what I mean? So let me just go about and call whoever. So yeah, man.
Yeah, he put a good account of himself, and I definitely think that a rematch at this stage, he doesn't need to do it, man. He doesn't need to, but if Turkey wants to do it, see it again, I'm sure that fight will happen. But yeah, Bokoli, I think, you know, for his next fight, fingers crossed. I know obviously Billy Nelson had said, you know, a few things about, you know, nutritionists, you know, they need to have certain things in place. Brother, you know, you're a Congolese brother. Just stay off the Kwanga, you know, Daba, you know, stay off all of that, man, during camp, man. Just clean, work hard, do your thing.
Sorry. Sam Jones, he goes, what do you eat? Listen, they need to go to a Congolese restaurant and understand what it is that they eat.
Yeah, I think we need to take him to a restaurant so he knows what our food contains, man. We can understand, you know, what's happening there, man.
Do you know what? Nah, Sam, he made me laugh, man. I get his frustration. He's thinking, dude, like, come on, man, like, come on. A lot of people would love to be in your situation, your shoes. Sorry, but
well, he does, Mr. Neutral, man. He's living good.
But is his training camp? Is it here in Scotland or is it in Congo?
I think, if in all honesty, I think that camp for FA was all over the place, man. I don't think he did the full camp in Scotland and everything. I think some bits he was in Congo and then bang, doing the business stuff and everything. I think for the next camp, he just needs to be based here in Scotland. They need to put him on a nutritionist. They need to be very strict on his diet, and they need to look at what his prime weight is, what we could see the best at, and make him work towards that weight, man. He needs to work towards that, man.
The problem is what you just said is that there's boxing and then there's his business. So it's like he's a boxer / businessman now.
Yeah.
Rather than focusing on the goal, you know, and the legacy, it's more money oriented. Like, oh, I need to make this, need to flip this, need to flip that. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's so much of a distraction. So if he's serious about, you know, becoming a champion, whatnot, then he has to knuckle down and he has to go back to Scotland and just switch off and train and come back hard, because at the moment, you know, it's not looking good, bro.
Yeah, because and look, even Ricky's about to say it, and I might as well say his point before I say mine. Obviously, Bokoli needs to be more professional and disciplined. Send him to Scotland, and he will tuck into the Haggies. But it's true for me. You know, when you're talking about business and boxing, this is why, love him or hate him, cuz this is why you have to respect Mayweather, because he was able to separate the two worlds where, yes, he is the businessman, but he had handlers dealing with the business, and he's in camp and he's, you know, boom, boom, boom.
However, remember, where Mayweather had handlers or still has handlers, Mayweather got the money. Maybe he's not at that level yet. I mean, you know, do you know what I mean? So that's why he's controlling it himself.
It's true, cuz, but after that kind of money that you got, you know, against Parker, cuz, you can't tell me because you can't get a business advisor for.
Yeah,
for
of course. But remember,
let's be real. Let's
after
be
you get
real.
that money, the greed kicks in. You want more because you know he was saying he wants Parker again because you know, find Parker, you're getting paid. You're getting paid.
No 300 man can beat the current champions unless he's 7'4". Okay. Ooh. I think he's talking about 300 pounds, I think, man. But yeah, it's crazy, man. He needs to trim down, cuz, man. Because you look at Sam. I think Sam Jones actually said it the best, man. You look at like someone like Dubois, for example. You look at his physique, him being an athlete. You know, he's a heavyweight. He's strong. He's powerful. His conditioning is great. He can go through the rounds. We need to be seeing more heavyweights like this, cuz, man. Do you know what I mean? I know not everyone's gonna have that physique. Because you look at George Foreman, you know, all these fighters, it's not always going to be like that. But he was at a better weight when he fought Anderson, cuz, man. So make that the prime weight for him, man. Yep, checked weight yearly. Fighting fit, checked. Yep, I 100% agree. They need to start taking some accountabilities for their lifestyles. It's a dangerous sport as it is. And they should stay ready, which is true. They need to stay ready because you already know, you saw with someone like Padley, for example, he's working the kind of jobs that he's working. He's like a normal, average, everyday person like me and you. He gets the call, but he's ready because he's training. He's still in camp. We need to be ready.
I think with Macaulay, I think the only fight that makes sense right now is rematch and person who lost to what's his name? I've forgotten his name now. He beat Macaulay years, I think 6 years ago.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. Oh man, what's his name again? It's yeah, I know you're talking about because after the Anderson fight, he came to the ring. They kind of gave him a little hug and that. People get involved, man. It's in my head, but I don't know who it is, man. What you guys saying? What's the name?
Hunter.
Yes, Michael Hunter. Yes. Yeah.
I think if that's that from there we can judge, well, we can gauge and see where he's at. He beats Hunter. Yeah, but I think at the moment he's calling out all these names. It's just like, dude. Yeah, man.
No, that's it, man. But cuz, man, big up to you as always, man. It's always a pleasure, you know, doing these tremendous shows with you. So the people that's tuned in, thank you so much for getting involved in the chats and everything. We do appreciate you. Also, tune in. We've obviously got Crossroads in boxing, obviously coming up tomorrow, I believe. So Crossroads, it could be a good question to ask, you know, a few of the guys, man. So Ricky, who's been involved in the chat right now, he would obviously be in the show, you know, carrying out the series, man. So big up to those guys. And also, if you haven't seen the interview with Casey after a professional fight, head over to the channel done by Ricky and Eric. So big up to both of them again. I just wanted, obviously, just to do the shout outs for the people, man. But cuz, hand it over to yourself.
Yeah, man.
You can wrap up this tremendous show. And God bless.
Gents, thank you for tuning in. It's been tremendous. We shall see you. Oh, hold on. There's Misfits this Friday. Anyway, but obviously the main card is this Saturday.
Yes, yes.
We will touch base again on Sunday. Have a lovely, productive week. Peace and love.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. Light up my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flips me a bag, baggy. So,